I have this fantasy that even when I'm older, I will lie under the tree like this and we'll just take a moment to appreciate this beauty. Merry Christmas.
Spoiler alert. Rated PG-13. In select theaters December 2nd. Everywhere December 9th.
Hi, I'm Jacob with a Very Queer Book Club. And in a time with book bannings and so much anti-gay and trans legislation, what has it been like to tell such a profoundly impactful queer story on such this massive scale?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, it does feel like we're in sort of a inflamed, hateful time, and that sucks. So to be able to bring something like this out into the world now feels special.
And being someone who spends their life writing about television and media, what has it been like to see your story on the big screen?
Weird beyond belief, so surreal. I covered Big Bang Theory, for all 12 seasons, and was a big fan of Jim Parsons. So to, be in this situation where he's now playing me, it doesn't seem real. As I'm saying these words to you, even now does not seem real.
And I have to commend everyone because as an audience member watching the film, felt super taken care of. So I'm super curious how you found the balance while writing the book and then, while being on set for the film with obviously this extremely heavy subject matter, but keeping the humor and light and love in the story.
Well, I just stuck to real life. That was my relationship with Kit in a nutshell. Humor played such a big part of our courtship and our 13 years together, and particularly the year he was sick. Humor really played a big role, and was sort of our reservoir in many ways. And I'm so grateful for it. So when it came time to write the book, there really was no other way to tell the story than than the dark comedy, which is what it was. And I think that's what drew Michael Showalter, the director, and also Jim Parsons, who stars in it and optioned it. I think it's what drew them to the material, that it wasn't just a downer. It wasn't just a book about a serious book about loss, that it was a real book that, was filled with humor and heart and sadness.
And having written this as a book, if we were to ever get like a extended cut of the movie where you got to add, a moment that they didn't include, what would that have been?
I mean, most of the good stuff is in there, I think. So the book ends there's the book, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it. I don't want to spoil the book, spoiler alert. But the ending is a bit of a fantasy, and I remember writing it and thinking of it in cinematic terms. And I think an extended cut, maybe I'd see what it looked like to see that fantasy sequence play out. And it involves Smurfs too. But aside from that, I have to say all the important stuff, all the big moments, they're in the movie.
And on the Smurfs, do you still collect them?
I do, although it comes in phases. Right now, I've stepped back a little bit, and I don't think I've purchased anything on eBay in a couple weeks, which is good for me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I feel like I'm reaching the point of I have enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Close. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It was so nice to get to chat with you.
Thank you.